Hello? I hope that this is like the correct timing. Whenever I pull up the like sidebar for the YouTube stuff, I still am struggling to figure out the exact point. To this time I have the web browser open instead of it just being OBS. That way I can potentially see the exact moment that it does hit. Otherwise, I'm just completely out of ideas and simply a lot of I think now is the point that it's live. I think currently is the point where if somebody were in the pre-room chat, I think this would be the point that it would cut to. But then I'm in a precarious position because technically whenever I set up the OBS, I have it on manage broadcast, and then I click on the stream, and then I click start streaming, but go live is not clicked. And because go live is not clicked, it's technically all still like it's still kind of recording, if that makes sense. So then whenever I click go live, it doesn't go live immediately, but what happened after go live, YouTube like puts a little bookmark in it and like cuts it away from everything else. And it's just kind of in the VOD by itself. So then I'm kind of just left out completely to dry with like no clothes in the middle of the rainstorm. And then I'm like yelling to you, but the rain is pounding down, but you can't even hear me. And then I finally get nearby, and I all you hear is help. Instead of like the please help me, I seem to have lost all of my clothes in the rainstorm, and I'm going to freeze to death. There's just nothing that I can do about it. And what's even more confusing is that in the OBS window, the information only just now appeared. So I honestly have no idea how to react to any of it. Whether it's like a, do I wait 2 minutes or do I wait like 2 seconds and then just acknowledge the fact that you aren't going to have any value in what I'm saying? But like people that watch the VOD, they'll be able to like hear it all. It'll be a full complete experience to them, but then that's extra painful too, because then whenever somebody comes into the chat room and they're like, we didn't hear you, we heard like instead of before we heard like 4, and it's like, oh, so you've missed an entire like 27 minutes of build up to this moment. And you know, whenever you get into that mindset, you're like, I don't want to have to completely re-explain everything that I've gone through. We've been through a whole journey together, and you haven't been listening to me one single bit. I thought we knew each other like that, but we just don't. And whenever somebody's like, sorry, can you repeat that? It becomes a difficult task sometimes to want to repeat everything. So then you're like, oh, let me just go over it like really, really quick. Even though I think there was more value in the fleshed out version that I was giving you. It's like instead of going to like watch Lord of the Rings or whatever, you're like, oh, we watched the extended cut of Lord of the Rings, and somebody's like, no, I want to watch the theatrical version. And then somebody else is like, no, I want to watch a chat GPT written summary of the theatrical version. That way I'll be able to consume the content within 3 minutes as opposed to 3 hours. But you know, you miss quite a bit of context in the 3 hours, and your experience has been completely ruined, and you didn't actually gain anything of value. And unfortunately, that's kind of what happens at the beginning of these streams, except my, you know, what I have to say at the beginning is maybe just a little bit less valuable than what J.R.R. Tolkien had to say. Anyway, today is Virtue's Last Reward. I'm hoping to make decentish progress today. After last week being the hardest that I've ever struggled with a puzzle before in my entire life. It took like a whole hour and a half to get through a basic room, and then I didn't make any story progress at all. So maybe this week can be all story progress. I'm really not sure. I'm kind of hoping that well, I'm not hoping. There's a possibility that this stream ends up being a little shorter than usual, depending, because I kind of am like just very tired from work and stuff. So I might cut it off earlier than usual so I can like go to sleep at a more decent time and then be rejuvenated for whatever I do Wednesday. Wednesday might honestly just be a one-off stream because I realize like I'm planning on taking a break next week. So what would be the point of starting like some kind of series on Wednesday whenever then I won't be doing it on next week? So, you know, it might just be like a Balatro stream or something easy, something simple. I still haven't played Getting Over It. Maybe that's a possibility. I think that could be a fun stream. I'll just have to see how things go, but we're not there yet. That's still like 2 days out. So, you know, I've got time to think about it and consider. But I don't think we'll be starting a new series this week. I think I'll wait on that for a couple of weeks from now. And then, you know, Friday will be another one-off. It'll just be a week of one-offs. This will be the only like series stream this entire week. So I hope that you're okay with that, because I know I am. Either way, Virtue's Last Reward, I suppose I might as well just start getting reading. We should be having to go with Tensemyouji and Quark this stream because we've been cut out, which has me a little worried because up until this point we have not had any repeat puzzles, but I believe that we had Tensemyouji and Quark in a different situation before. So what if we end up just going into the same room? I'm worried about Quark's position as well. I still don't remember like what all happened. So we have Quark in a pod. He got froze to death, right? He's like in stasis or something. I'm not entirely sure. Might as well look for the medicine. Yeah, we should look for the medicine. It should just come naturally. I feel like we've been through this so many times. The like idea behind what Virtue's Last Reward is it's kind of cool. But then you end up going through so many like deja vu moments where it all stacks on top of each other and you're getting completely overwhelmed by all the deja vu. Of course I'll help. What kind of a jerk wouldn't? We should split up and search. So true, Sigma. You would never do anything wrong. And if you were to ever do anything wrong, you would say, this isn't my fault. This isn't me. It's somebody else's fault. Somebody outside of the screen is making me do this. This isn't my personality. How dare I? I'm a fool. An evil fool. After some discussion, Dio and Kay were assigned to the pantry, Luna and Alice to the treatment center, and Clover and Fi and myself to the pressure exchange chamber. Yes, I agree. We all nodded. Kay turned to Alice and Luna.
Going to the treatment center, correct?
Yes.
True.
Please remember to tell Tensemyouji where we
I can't even remember where the Accelavir is just on its own. I don't think it's the treatment center.
Remember to bring Quark with you.
All I know is that I'm with Luna and Fi, and that's where suspicious things happen. They say, oh, you're a robot, and also I've been listening to the whole conversation, and I know all about your powers. I was just hiding behind the trees for no suspicious reasons, I swear. It's completely normal to be back here. With a final nod to one another, we split up, each team heading in a different direction. I don't remember when this game came out. But I've been watching like the Lethal Company room. Sorry, my bad. It's kind of forced, you know. Do the little dance. So this is the pressure exchange chamber.
This is the prep room. There are 2 levels. The actual pressure exchange chamber is downstairs.
I was getting confused because the elevator is like up and down.
She was one of the people who investigated this room.
Had to get into the thing and then not get blowed up. Did you talk to her when you were waiting for us back in the warehouse? Well, let's head downstairs then. No way. Go to the place and then it'll work. But what I found interesting about like recent-ish science fiction, this isn't, I mean, it kind of is science fiction-y, but it's not like straight up science fiction. But you get that weird like effect where everything is like kind of super futuristic, but then you look at a computer and it's like actually the thickest laptop that you've ever seen, and they just expected us to still be using that, and then like they grab their phone and put a floppy disk in it. There's like a complete separation. It's bizarre. Apparently the pressure inside the facility was a lot higher than the pressure outside. That was part of a system designed to keep the virus from getting in. It did mean, however, that we need to go through a decompression process in order to get outside.
Remember all those suits along the wall?
Yes.
Those keep you from getting infected.
Right.
We won't even be able to enter the pressure exchange chamber if we don't have them on.
We have to get suited up again. Sorry, I was taking a drink of water. But there's like a series and stuff where like we'll have like flying cars, war will be solved, nobody will hate each other ever again. And then they grab their phone and it looks like a brick. They didn't think that we'd figure out how to make technology thinner. Maybe that's just part of the aesthetic, though.
What is it?
Websites never looked any cleaner.
That if we put on those suits, we can go into the pressure exchange chamber and go outside?
Oh. No.
It's locked up a little bit. Imagine it being so easy that I can just leave.
The door beyond the pressure exchange chamber is locked up tight.
That's one way to put it. Welding an entire house shut and then saying, oh, the door's locked. I'm sure we can find another way in, don't worry.
That way it's the same as the number 9 door.
I didn't read what he said. Okay, yeah, but I'm sorry.
Whatever. We need to be
Sometimes
focused
I'm
on
just
finding that
thinking
accelerator.
while like the characters are talking, and because I'm thinking, my mind is going into like overdrive trying to read this stuff and also talk what I'm thinking through at the same time. And then I end up kind of reading what Sigma has to say, but then not actually internalizing what Sigma has to say. And the meaning kind of completely leaves my body, as I have to acknowledge that I have no idea what's going on. It's kind of like the guy that's going for the chat GPT summary of Lord of the Rings. That's literally me, except to a different extent. We looked everywhere we could think of, but turned up nothing. Eventually, I couldn't keep my mouth shut any longer. Hey, what do you think the deal is with the stuff about the world being infested with some crazy virus? A pandemic seems like it would make the news, but I don't remember hearing anything. Wait a minute. You mentioned it, didn't you? Back when Dio was asking questions, we were in the infirmary. It was right after Quark lost it.
Any of you guys heard anything about any
Nope.
viral pandemic?
Well, no, but
But what were you about to say? And then Alice said,
I have heard rumors about a virus being used as a bioweapon.
no way, it couldn't be. Nobody would ever use a bioweapon. We're going the Resident Evil route. So what's the rumor she was talking about? I got the feeling you and Alice were talking about the same thing. Clover, what do you know? What are you and Alice anyway? I heard you guys belong to some sort of organization, but what is it? We already know. Clover was quiet for a long time. She bit her thumbnail and looked down at the floor. Sometimes you just have to accept that your thumbnails aren't making it on YouTube. I mean, they don't play into what people want to click on, and then because you made something that's bad, people don't click on it. Sometimes that's the natural course of things, Clover. It's not that big of a deal. Don't worry about it so much. Then finally, she lifted her head and met my eyes.
fine. I
Fine.
can trust you.
Oh, we're about to get the introduction to Clover again. Don't worry, I won't tell anybody.
Promise?
Promise. I'm a completely trustworthy guy. I will not vote betray. Clover nodded and began to talk. I listened with rapt attention at a complete loss for words. Here's what she said. Alice and I are agents of the SOIS, which is under the jurisdiction of the Department of Defense. SOIS stands for Special Office of Internal Security, and we're an elite. Let me make sure that we haven't read this already, okay? Intelligence division that investigates potentially disruptive or dangerous elements such as domestic or foreign terrorists, radical political splinter groups, and religious organizations with extreme agendas that could pose a threat to the state or citizenry. Our existence hasn't been made public, so there are only a few people who even know we exist. Oh, welcome to the club, Sigma. I can't believe you made it in. It's like a secret VIP thing, and now you can finally participate. You're probably wondering how I even got involved in something like that, huh? Well, it started when I met Alice. I told you that I've played the notary game twice before, right? Well, this was after the second time, so about a year ago. We just escaped and we were all stuffed into this SUV barreling across the desert. I was driving, and that's when I saw her. True, just walking barefoot in the desert because her car had broke down. It's completely normal. She's just looking for her father, can't you tell? She was standing next to the road with her thumb out. She was already working for the SOIS, and she'd been on her way to the building we'd been trapped in as part of her investigation. But on the way there, the car had broken down. We offered to give her a ride, of course. Very kind, very kind. After she got in, we started talking, and it turned out that Alice had gotten a tip that the terrorists was after... The terrorists she was after were in the building we'd been trapped in. We couldn't see how us playing the notary game had anything to do with the terrorists, but Alice had a suggestion. Maybe the two people who trapped you in there are the terrorists? That didn't seem very likely to us, but we were chasing after them anyway, so we decided to bring Alice with us. Unfortunately, we didn't find them. As far as we know, they're still out there now, on the run. Anyway, we were taken back to the SOIS headquarters and put into custody. I guess they thought there had to be some kind of connection between us being kidnapped and the terrorist group they were investigating. But they must not have found anything, because after a few days of questioning, they let us go. We all went home and returned to our lives. But things didn't go back to the way they'd been. My mom got real worried about me and my brother since we'd gotten kidnapped twice now, so she hired bodyguards for us. That might be a bad sign. Maybe not like completely able to tell, but it might be bad in my opinion. I haven't told you about my brother, have I? He's super awesome, for one. And he was in both of the last 2 nonary games too. So anyway, he'd been grabbed twice, but the people behind the 2 nonary games were totally different. That didn't matter to my mom though, so after that, all these huge men in black suits followed me and my brother everywhere. It was awful. We were always being watched. People would look at us funny because we were being followed around by a bunch of creepy looking guys. I couldn't stand it. Just when I thought I'd finally be free, all those waiting for me was another kind of prison. The only time I was really happy was when I was hanging out with my brother. So we were talking it over one day and we decided to leave, like run away. So we did it. After that, we lived on our own. I worked in a cafe and he composed music. He plays the harp and he started writing this kind of new agey music. It got kind of popular, so we didn't have to worry too much about surviving. Oh, Snake went into some experimental kind of sounds. Sometimes he'd play at little venues like coffee houses and stuff, and his fans would show up and listen to him play and cry. Or some of them would meet on their own and recite stuff from the book he'd written and play his songs. What are you doing, Snake? I know that sounds kind of like weird and culty, but they just do that stuff on their own, alright? My brother doesn't have anything to do with it. Okay, sure, Snake is just completely unrelated. I've seen him in the cult robes. It's fine. I mean, it's just a little weird. Anyway, we did that for a while, and then one day Alice showed up. I need your help, she told us. We need people who can do what you can do. So we went to the location she gave us, and it turned out to be the headquarters of the Soys, where they'd taken us after the second nonary game. They put us in a room with about a dozen or so other people who were all about the same age as us. A bunch of them looked familiar too. It only took a moment to realize how we knew each other. They were the kids from the first nonary game. We were all excited to see each other again, and we were hugging and shaking hands and stuff. And then Alice walked in. Oh, completely unrelated. Who invited you? The whole room went quiet. She walked up to the podium and looked around the room, making eye contact with each one of us. Right now, a terrorist organization is preparing for a major attack. They plan to trigger a viral pandemic. If they succeed, they will strike a massive blow against all of humanity, not just any one country. It's possible that we as a species will die out completely. We are doing our best to prevent this, but we need your help. We are what we call espers. You have the ability to access the morphogenetic field. We need that. I'm guessing you don't know what any of that is, but basically we can do this thing that's some kind of telepathy. I mean, it isn't really telepathy, but that's probably the closest thing, alright? Espers can resonate through their consciousness with another person through this thing called the morphogenetic field. The purpose of the first nonary game was to research that ability, so they kidnapped kids who had the potential to do it and threw them into the game. Alice had gathered up all the kids from that experiment. Well, I mean, it had been 9 years since it happened, so we weren't really kids anymore. Anyway, everybody she'd brought in was an Esper. That included me and my brother, of course. I bet you think I'm just making all this up, huh? I don't blame you. It is pretty crazy. I mean, I was even starting to forget that I could do that stuff. So when I heard Alice's story, I was like, screw that. I was trying to move on with my life, and now some shady government creeps wanted me to use some weird ability I had for them? No way. I wasn't even sure I could do it anymore. Some of the others felt differently, though, and they told Alice they'd do it. It was a job, after all, and most people wouldn't turn down a salary like that. Alright, I forgot to tell you. She told us how much they'd pay us if we helped. It was a lot, more wealth than you can imagine. But I was still totally against doing it. My brother told me he'd go along with whatever I decided, so I decided we were leaving. A couple days passed and Alice showed up at her apartment. She didn't waste time. The people behind the first nonary game might have been a part of the terrorist organization Alice and the Soys were after. Wasn't that, she asked, something I might want to know more about? That got me curious. My brother too? But the clincher was what Seven said to us. He was one of the guys that got abducted with us for the second nonary game. Oh, I remember Seven. She called him on her phone right then and there and handed it to us. You guys are the only people who can do this. We don't know where Junpei is. He's gone off to travel the world looking for Akane. I haven't been able to get a hold of him. Please, just do me a favor and help Alice out. Okay, well then there it is. Tensemyouji is Junpei. Tensemyouji happens to just be, oh, I'm looking for Akane. I can't find her. And then Junpei is also just searching the world and has gone missing, but I guess he traveled through time as well. Junpei, like Seven, another participant from the second nonary game. Akane, one of the people behind the second nonary game. Seven was a Japanese policeman, which was probably how Alice got in touch with him. Anyway, that did it. My brother and I agreed to join the Soys. For the next couple months, all we did was train. Half of the time, it was general knowledge and technical skills a Soy's agent needed, and the other half was learning to strengthen our Esper abilities. They'd actually known about Espers for quite a while, and had a lot of techniques that helped us get better and stronger. After several months of hard work, we were finally ready for our first field missions. Mine was an infiltration. My brother stayed at the base so I could relay information back through him. I was supposed to sneak into a research facility, posing as one of their workers, and then use the morphogenetic field to transmit what I had found back to my brother, but everything went wrong. It was a trap. The whole research facility was fake, and I got captured. Alice had to come and rescue me. I'd been sending information about the inside of the facility to my brother, and Alice used that information to come and find me. As soon as she got there, she picked me up and carried me out. I was relieved and happy to be alive and free, but I also felt ashamed and miserable. While she was carrying me back out, I started to cry. She was just so cool, and I wasn't. I was kinda lame, laying there, almost dead. I wanted to be just like her, so from that day onward, I did everything I could to be more like Alice. Our infiltration ended in failure, but we did manage to get something useful. In fact, we were able to figure out where their headquarters was. The directors decided that December 25th, 2028 would be the day we would strike. This time, I promised myself we wouldn't screw it up. I was finally going to get some answers about something that had been with me for most of my life. But then on December 22nd, 3 days before the raid, Alice and I were attacked by people in gas masks while we were going over our plans. Multiple people. That's new information. We get the other side of the story from Clover instead of Alice's goofier side of the story. I kind of wish that I just knew Clover's side instead of like the goofiness that Alice was going through. And when you woke up, you were in the warehouse. Oh, I forgot that there would be voice acting. I've been reading a book for so long. What's crazy about some of these sections is that they go for just the pure black screen. I wish there was maybe a little more art for some of it. All that talking seemed to have tired Clover out. She sighed and her long hair swayed as she moved. Hey, I've got a few more questions. Well, first off, your powers, I guess. I'm guessing you can't use them right now? Oh, they put a jammer up.
I'm not really sure why.
They threw an magnetic field around the... I've been sending messages ever since you woke up. No response.
If there was another
No
Esper,
receive.
they could make me stronger, but that's just wishful thinking.
No espers allowed. They've been banned. What if
Well, if
Fi?
there's someone else who's stronger than me, then they kind of absorb my powers.
Fi has been like hopping around with like magic abilities the whole time.
No, never mind. That's probably not it.
I think you might have been onto something, Clover. No need to doubt yourself. Confidence is the way that you can solve anything. You just have to believe in yourself. It's why people talk about manifestation. You have to have the correct mindset to get there in the first place. Whatever, I have some other questions, so moving on. I think I understand what Alice was talking about now. They were trying to spread that virus, right? Okay, so who are they?
I can't tell you that.
What? Why not? You told me all the other stuff, but this is too much?
Alice would be mad at me.
Uh-oh. And you do want to be just like Alice, and Alice wouldn't tell me. I already told you I wouldn't tell her. Fine, let me rephrase. When are they going to do it?
If we knew that, we wouldn't have gone to all that trouble.
Oh, fair. So you don't know?
All we know is soon.
Vague. But that could mean just about
It
anything.
could be next week or next month or even
Could have
next
already
year.
passed.
Or it could have happened already.
Oh, look, we're on the same wavelength, Clover. What if we were sending each other thoughts and you just didn't even know it yet? You mean they might have already released the
That make
virus?
the most sense?
We do have a virus in here. It's kind of bad,
How about this room? Or that newspaper article?
right?
And the 3 people who were put in cold sleep.
Unknowns. They must have Radical 6 for sure, just preserved. You released them like bombs? Are you saying you, me, and Alice were frozen and the pandemic happened while we were on ice? No, that doesn't make sense. Nobody else has heard of Radical 6
Maybe they're
either.
lying.
Really, all
Well,
6 of
if
them?
Kay really does have memory loss, then it's only 5.
It's only 5 what? All 6 of them. Nobody has heard of Radical 6 either. Maybe they're lying. Really, all 6 of them? Well, if K really does have memory loss, and it's only... Oh, he might just not remember that he knows what Radical 6 is? So you're saying Tenmyouji, Dio, Phi, and Luna are all lying? I guess they are a little suspicious. That was easy. Is this how COVID started? I believe so. You just have a few people in deep cold sleep in a warehouse, and they walk outside for the first time, seeing the grass for the very first time in their life, and as soon as they touch it, it spreads quickly throughout the entire planet. And what's their motive?
How would I know?
Welcome Spogdar. Then what's the motive for a terrorist organization to start a pandemic?
Something about purifying the...
Oh, that's very wholesome. It's very good to give people a little bit of a purification. Sometimes we all need a detox. I see no other logical conclusion. You're a genius. Thank you, thank you. It's the first time anybody's ever told me that, but I try to keep things a little humble. Purifying the unclean.
Oh,
My bad.
Unclean.
Shower?
Unclean. Unclean.
Unclean? What? What are you
Shut
doing?
up.
We're deciphering the code.
Hold on a minute. I'm
It's
this
unbeatable.
close to remembering. Unclean, clean,
Unclean, clean? It's that easy?
clean.
Heen? She leapt up, suddenly excited.
Neostigmine.
Neostigmine? Where did that come from? Neo what?
Did you
Oh, he's
forget
from
it
the
already?
Matrix.
I'm talking about
He's
this
gonna like
stuff.
fly around and he like dodges bullets and Radical 6 is cured. As she spoke, she pulled something out of her pocket. It was the injection gun, complete with a vial of medication. I remember that. It was in the safe in the treatment center, right? I didn't have any idea what it was though, so I gave it to you.
Exactly.
Are you saying you've heard about this neostigmine stuff
Yeah,
before?
That's what I'm saying.
First we get the immunoglobulin and then we get the neostigmine. We're unbeatable. You
My
remembered?
brother told me about that. Neostigmine is a type of colon esterase inhibitor.
Oh, of course, the colon esterase. I was just about to say so myself as well.
Antidote for tubocurarine.
Oh, of course, the tubocurarine. That's what I was thinking too. Sorry, but I still don't get it.
Have to make it. Ugh. Okay, fine.
You better just know all the medical terms that I'm going to spit out at you. It's like talking to a mathematician. They say, oh, why don't you go ahead and solve for the stress here? I'll draw a bridge for you. Do you understand what x equals square root of 2 plus a plus c divided by d times 2?
The stuff I've got in here is neostigmine.
What do you mean you don't get it? It's so simple. How dumb could you possibly be? I guess I can maybe try to explain some of it to you. Your eyes glaze over. There's nothing that you can do. You're stuck. The relaxant, true. I am following. Oh! Welcome, jury. Tubocurarine. Are you a neostigmine enjoyer? Maybe you know some tubocurarine? Tubocurarine is the poison in our bracelets, right?
It's the second thing we get injected.
I thought we were... Oh, I forgot. AI. This is crazy. People are about to have this in their iPhones. They're gonna go, hey, Zero, can we please get the thing? I'm gonna speedrun the last 27 minutes real quick in the DVR. It's a lot of reading. So I'll probably sound like a chipmunk going, first it's Tuber, which puts you to sleep. 9 minutes later, the tuberculosis is injected, numbing your respiratory muscles. It's impressive that the YouTube like fast forward doesn't really like make you into the full chipmunk experience. I know it was crazy whenever you would fast forward on like a VHS and go, we've kind of lost that experience. It did take your breath away. So you're saying this neostigmine keeps it from working?
Yes. Oh my god, how many times are you going to make me say it?
So we can just inject ourselves with this if we get penalized?
We don't have to die.
No way!
It'll be okay.
We don't have to die?
Trigger once though.
I can't believe it. We have a choice. We are not all doomed to death. However, Clover, according to humanity and our own mortality, we are all doomed to die someday. Life is meaningless. Truthfully, would prefer nothing more than you to whisper sweet nothings in my ear in that voice. I don't know if I have it in me. I thought about going for it, but I really don't know if I have it in me. So I think we're just going to keep it away from that. Unfortunately, there's still just a little bit of shame in my heart. I don't even know what I could say in the voice Maybe if you give me an example, give me something to say, obviously within reason, and then we can try it. Means we can only use it on one person. I'll perform for you. Well, it's still good news. This means one of us can break the rules once. Like, let's see.
The best way to use it would be for sneaking through the number 9 door. If somebody gets 9 points, they can open it, right? With this stuff.
True.
Somebody who doesn't have 9 points could still leave with them.
There's a snake in my boot, so you do want somebody to just lean in and go, there's a snake in my boot. There's a snake in my boot. Laying straight next to you, directly into your ear. It's starting to get intimate. There's a snake in my boot. With this stuff, somebody who doesn't have 9 points could still leave with them.
I'm gonna go tell Alice.
Oh, only 8 people have to win, and then we can just sneak somebody else out by like stabbing them and dragging them through the door. That means every ending can be a Sigma ending from here on out. Hey, Clover, wait, Clover. It was too late. Clover was already on the lift and gone. You couldn't have took Sigma with you. Finally, someone appreciates you. Thank you. This is why you're the #1 streamer. Thank you. Thank you. Somebody understands the joy of what a voice can do for somebody. I was, I think, understandably upset. With no stairs, my only choice was to wait for the lift to come back down. As soon as it was back, I jumped on and headed upstairs. I think it was a little bit understandable this time, Sigma, too. Fi, where did Clover go? Oh, can she get Radical 6 too? I honestly thought we were just in the Quark Alice loop the whole time, but she's got the glazed over look too. She's a little tired. She didn't say anything, just stared at me with her mouth half open. She's hungry. Her eyes seemed slightly glazed and her body was unnaturally stiff. Fi? I grabbed a shoulder and shook her gently. Slowly, she raised her arm, fingers drooping limply in front of it. Oh, she's getting ready, learning how to play a zombie. You know that there's like those, at least in the past, I feel like, you know, whenever we were in the era of zombies, whenever like zombie shows and games were like the thing, and you couldn't escape zombies, well, thankfully not literally, you would be dead if it were literal, but then you would have like the zombie marathons, and then people would like dress up and like put a little bit of like ketchup on their shirt or whatever, and then go like, and then have like the limp fingers as they like walked along. I remember getting excited because whenever I was like in intermediate school, which for normal people, like, and anywhere else in the world is called middle school. I remember whenever I was like in middle school and I was excited about the idea of college because I saw a YouTube video of like some college campus where they were playing like zombies and survivors or something, and people would run around this campus to try to not get hit, because then if they got hit they would get turned into a zombie, and then the zombies would have to try to kill the like survivors. And there were like safe zones and stuff. It was all planned out. You had a little map, and then like I imagine you pair that with a little bit of geocaching, you've got yourself an intense combo where you're treasure hunting around campus while also trying not to get eaten. I think there were interesting things made available, but then I got to college and it was like, oh, we're all shut down for COVID. Sorry, you can't do anything. So then my middle school dreams were completely dashed. Anyway, she gestured toward the exit that led away from the warehouse. That way, she went out that door. Fi's only answer was a slow, shallow nod. Right, got it. Thanks. I headed for the exit, then paused. You look pretty tired. Get some rest, all right? Sigma, I think you should be able to tell a little bit more by now. There's no, like, secret here, Sigma. You've been through this before. Still no response. There was something odd about her. But catching Clover seemed like more of a priority. That's a good idea. Just leave her here. Surely she won't get the Radical 6 feeling. I turned back around and jogged out the door towards the treatment center. There's no way she'll be dead whenever we come back. I thought maybe with the ellipses he would finally realize and go like, wait a minute, this is familiar. But there was no waiting, there was no minute, you just left. To be fair, Fi has been kind of mean throughout the course of the game, so maybe it's just like better to block her out of your thoughts and then like try to live your own life. It's a healthy way to move on, kinda. I think I understand him to an extent. Spooky. This is weird. Where is everybody? I'd assumed Alice would be in the treatment center, so Clover would have gone there to find her, but the room was empty. Luna and Tensemyouji were gone too. They'd left Quark, and the readout on his pod said his vital signs were still normal. As far as I could tell, he was still asleep. Fine, guess it's time to go look somewhere else. You caught up. How are you caught up? How could you possibly be caught up? It's been like a few minutes, right? That's insane. Impressive. You ran a marathon. You've moved on from the two-legged sprint to the four-legged sprint. You've adapted your hands into something more callous that can push you further beyond. I like that Snake makes a reappearance in Clover's retelling of what happened. You scrubbed through most of the convo. Oh, that does make sense. Snake reappears. Junpei gets mentioned, and Seven also reappears briefly in the conversation. So like most of the 999 gang, they were brought up to speed, which makes me very happy. Which, well, I mean, to an extent. Obviously, I don't need to see like Seven immediately being like the bad guy or something. You reading takes time, so it made scrubbing faster. Oh, you're right. You're right. I should have just gone way faster reading to make it harder to scrub. To my knowledge, Junpei in particular is missing. Yes, he is. Basically, like, he's walking around searching the world for Akane, which should sound very familiar to somebody maybe named Tensemyouji. Maybe you can reevaluate some thoughts that you've had now that it must be basically confirmed. Surely it's not two people searching the world looking for Akane, right? Maybe Akane is just that valuable. I made my way out of the treatment center. Is it gonna make me choose? Oh no, we do just go one at a time. I've never seen this room before in my life. Oh yes, I have. It's the pantry. I remember making this a thumbnail like 8 weeks ago. Usually it's the let me choose what room I want to go to, and then you run through all the loading screens. But this time we actually do just get to look around one at a time without having to go through the loading screens. I'm surprised. They didn't want us to go like the beep, beep, beep throughout the entire warehouse. They're definitely just in the crew quarters being like dead, right? That's what I would expect. We haven't seen the crew quarters yet. And Alice, here we are. What if I check the... Oh, never mind. It's just all gone. They all left? What the hell? What is going on here? I can't find anybody. Every single room is empty. Wait, there's still one place I haven't checked. The infirmary. Oh, because they found the Excelavir. I get it. They're curing Quark. I hope. I imagine you didn't check the pod. Did we check the pod? I have no idea. I can't remember a single thing. I've got the dementia coming in. Oh my god. I ran into the room and stopped short. I might as well have run into a brick wall. My chest tightened so much I could barely breathe. This is what happens whenever you smoke one cigarette in a video game. What happened? I felt my whole body convulse, whether from terror or nausea, I couldn't tell. My legs went limp and I crumpled to the floor. Oh, something sticky pressed against the palm of my hand, and I looked down to see blood. A vast, warm pool of fresh blood stretching out across the room, lapping at my legs and hands. What the? Are we gonna turn the corner and see the big human flesh cube? What could have gone wrong here? Dodo. What? Oh. I don't think they're good. I think something might have gone wrong. In the middle of the lake of blood, like an island of flesh, were bodies. Oh, I agree. I have no idea. K. Oh, true. K's not here. Well, to be fair, how could you stab K to death? He's kind of got the advantage in this situation. Maybe it's Phi. She was, like, going crazy a little bit. They were a bloody tangle of lifeless limbs and dead eyes with too much blood and chaos for me to tell who was who. I'm gonna be honest, I know that this is like a very serious, like, unfortunate situation, but with like the 3DS models, I feel more like I'm looking at a few sock puppets laying around with like some red dye under them. Had they sliced themselves open or stabbed one another? I couldn't tell. All the blood, too much blood. Whatever they'd done, it was clear what tool they'd used to do it. The scalpel. A scalpel lay in the blood next to them, its handle and blade streaked with gore. This was how they died, this tiny blade. Efficient? Oh god, this is it. It's all over. This is how it ends. That's right, I have to end it. This nightmare will finally be over. Time to wake up. Oh, they did just do it one after the other. This must be like the Radical 6 kind of ending, where everybody ends up succumbing to it. My fingers scraped across the floor as I picked up the scalpel. I lifted it slowly, carefully to my neck, as if someone were guiding my hand with theirs, and drew it across my throat. Oh, Persona 5 all-out attack? My bad, sorry. Game over? Or is this an actual ending? We got credits. This is an ending. Yeah. I don't know what to make of that, but it's not a game over. It's gonna make me, is it gonna make me watch the whole thing? Clover end. Oh. Why does the Clover didn't even do anything this time? Legitimately, why is this the Clover end? Oh, why is she doomed to having literally everybody die in her ending no matter what she does? Like last time it made sense. It was like, oh, Snake died and she's gonna go like a little crazy. She's gonna get a little goofy. But this time straight up nothing happened. Nothing happened and then everybody just died. Clover came back, she was happier than she'd ever been. And because of that, everybody thought they had to like kill themselves. What happened? I guess we just go to the other side where we have to betray. Even though Clover is like begging us not to betray. And Sigma is like, oh, I would never betray such a small child. We didn't even get to do the next puzzle. Which is crazy. Nothing is unlocked from that. We got a little bit more information from Clover, but like nothing significant, I guess. I think we're about to get locked off from this path. I might as well just try this before we go on to the left side, because now it's looking like we're going to have to do the left side, which does just make sense. Sorry, Clover, we're about to betray. I hope you're okay with that. As soon as this comes up, we're hitting the skip button to speed things up. Sigma, I would like to change my answer. I sure do. Except I'm not willing to hear it. You've made your choice already. We are betraying. We're horrible people. The vote has been recorded. We cannot be trusted. Tensemyouji, you put your trust in the wrong person.
What did you choose, Sigma?
You didn't see me push the button? Well, you'll know in a moment. What you want to do after that is up to you. You can come with me if you want, or you can stay here.
That's
your
as
choice.
good as saying you chose betray.
Heh. Why don't just put like the smug in front of that? Like, oh yeah, I'm killing the child. What's wrong with that? That's not what you want to do, Sigma. That's not what you're proud of. I grinned and headed toward the display. We're going murder mode. Hits the gritty. He's a big Fortnite dancer. Oh, the big shock. Everybody's going to ally except Clover and Sigma. Maybe it'll give me the option to blame it on Clover as well. Betray ally. Oh, we're gonna have to go through the Tensemyouji lecture. It's unbelievable. Oh, wait, we win. Sigma end. Finally, for the first time ever, we can bring Clover with us. 6, 3, 8, 9, 9. Only one more of those and we'd have a different video game.
Sorry.
My bad.
It wasn't me. Sigma, huh?
Oh yeah.
Care to explain this then?
Well, it was Clover's idea initially. What's there to explain? It's exactly what it looks like. I'm getting out of here.
Are you going with him, Clover?
Absolutely. You probably should. When they all turned to look at Clover, I made my move. Oh, my feet pounded across the metal floor of the warehouse as I ran for the number 9 door. Let me think on this for a moment. Everybody's deeply staring at Clover without paying any attention to the guy that clearly intends to run away. You'd have to do better than shout if you wanted to stop me. It was closer, I was almost there. This is not a Skyrim. I took one last running leap and slammed into the wall, the unlocking device right in front of me. With a yell of triumph, I threw the lever down. Oh my god! We actually do get to leave. I can't believe it. Clover doesn't just like, ugh, and then like slip past and knock you out, hitting all your pressure points and then you passing out or whatever. I'm happy for Sigma. Me too. I'm incredibly happy for Sigma. He kind of deserves this after all the crap endings that have happened to him. The door began to open. A heavy metallic grinding noise filled the room.
Shit. That son of a bitch
No!
actually did it.
After all the endings where it's like, oh, everybody else is just going to leave freely and nobody will mind. But the second Sigma does it, all of a sudden it's the end of the world. Why can't we just have a little faith in Sigma too? Let him leave for once. It's well deserved after all he's been through. His voice sounded almost surprised. I turned to face him. There's no need to taunt them right now, Sigma. Just go ahead and leave. Sorry, but it looks like this is goodbye. Don't worry, I'll go to the police as soon as I get out and come back with help. I'm not going to just leave you all here to die.
Shit. I know a liar when I see one.
I've never lied in my life. It's been all true. Technically I was allowed to do that. It was Clover's idea. Really? Maybe you should get your eyes checked. Good one, Sigma. Have you ever seen your mother? Your mother was a liar.
Just gonna let him
Got
run
him.
off like this?
No way. I can't allow that.
What do you mean?
Sick kid. He's just a coward.
Sick kid for a sick escape, am I right?
I also agree.
That's it then.
Why are you still standing here, Sigma?
He's toast.
Just
Oh. Hey, now, don't do anything you'll regret. This door only opens once, you know, if you stop me.
Charge!
Okay. Apparently we're just not allowed to at all. I spun back around to face the door. There it was right in front of me. Freedom. I leapt for it. Or at least I tried. Oh. Sigma, if you didn't go for like the evil monologue, you would have been good. What are you doing? Damn. Yeah, I'm happy for Sigma too. It happened in the blink of an eye. Suddenly my cheek was being pressed against the cold steel floor of the warehouse. He deserves it at this point. Yeah, he reveled in it. He was proud of it. He hit that I killed the sick kid. And then he was like, oh yeah, I'm not a liar. I did kill the sick kid, but I'm not a liar. I'll come back. And then he was like staring Dio in the face and was like, nuh-uh. And then was shocked whenever he got tagged by not taking his chance to get the head start. Suddenly my cheek was being pressed against the cold steel floor warehouse. It's unbelievable. He's a failure. And it's just gonna close and now we're all locked in here forever. Oh, it's a little awkward.
Has been opened.
Do they, like, to be fair to Sigma, why is the entire group actually petty enough to just not let him out? If anything, Clover should leave now, right? Shit, let me go. Let go of me, goddammit. I could feel something huge, heavy, and metal press against my back. Kay had to be holding me down. I flailed and kicked, but it didn't do any good. What are you doing? You're just killing yourselves? The door only opens once if I don't...
Go,
Right.
Clover.
Oh, it is just Clover leaving again.
Huh? You're the
Oh.
only one of us with 9 BP. Nobody else.
So
is
you're gonna
allowed.
leave and get some help.
But this is an order from your commanding officer.
Whoa.
You are to escape from this facility.
I didn't know that Alice was Clover's boss.
That's stop complaining and go. That door closes. It's all over.
Everybody's just hanging out for the rest of the time. And something tells me that Sigma wouldn't really have too many friends after that. Somehow Dio would become liked. Leave! The door had already begun to close. The space was narrowing quickly, but was still wide enough for a single person to make it through.
Fine. You didn't leave me much choice.
She shoves her out. That's funny. Why were they standing so close? I couldn't see what had happened, but I heard enough to guess. Alice had shoved Clover through the door. Looking up, I could see Clover's feet just beyond the doorway.
Alice! Go.
Alice!
Call for help. I'm counting on you. Alice!
Get everybody out!
No!
She just wanted to hang out with Alice for the rest of time. Why? 9. There it is. 2 endings back to back. I'm a professional. The ending of the game is going to end with Sigma not being allowed to leave the facility at this point. The number 9 door is closed.
The notary.
True.
Thank you. As the escape leaves.
Escape is not possible. Right. I get the idea. I've been through this a couple of times. This is not my first rodeo, as they say. Game over. Oh, what if we're like the, what if Sigma's the guy? He observes the world and then just like the world ending stuff happens because Sigma saw it, so then he is not allowed to leave? or else the entire planet just like kind of dies. Either way, back to the beginning of the game. Into the CDs. Okay, fine, I will. We've done all of these except with Luna. So now we have to go through the magenta door. I think we'll pair up with Luna and head through the magenta door. Are you guys good with that?
All right.
Then Clover and I will go with Alice.
Right?
As long as I get to go with Alice, I'm fine.
I don't have any objections. We'll be going through
Just
the
hanging out with Alice. I remember just desperately trying to make sure that I went with Alice and kicking Clover away from her friend.
I can't see how this could possibly go badly.
Yeah.
Pull your head out of your ass.
Right.
Just say,
Start some fights immediately. It's the best idea. Unfortunately, somehow they like love you at the end of the game and you're like their best bud, but Sigma's just not allowed to leave. Let's get moving. Sigma gets the treatment, trying to remove himself from the conversation, then getting reeled back in. They won't let him leave, please. Thanksgiving ended. I don't want to talk anymore. Brand new puzzle again. It's incredible. And then everybody's stuff will change again after this as well. Lounge. Oh, true. I haven't done the lounge. I've been in the lounge so many times. Doing some last minute planning, so I'll catch up on the VOD sometime. That is perfectly fair, Jerry. I know that you've got a lot going on. Have fun on your trip. Thank you for stopping by the amount of time that you could stop by. I appreciate it.
Didn't you see the door? It said this is the lounge.
True. A lounge. Does that mean there's somebody living here?
There doesn't seem to be much dust. Maybe there is.
So you've got a well-used lounge right next to a big empty warehouse. What is this building for?
It's me.
It looks like there are 4 doors in here.
Right?
Yeah. The one we came in. the
Oh,
one
we actually get to
opposite it,
enter other
and 2
rooms,
more on the
like
left and right.
attach the room. It's a little more 9999990.
The 2 on the sides are covered with metal plates, though. Don't think we'll be opening them anytime soon.
Right? I guess that just leaves us one option. No good. This one's locked too.
I didn't see any other doors in the hallway we came through.
Oh, true. They don't know what a puzzle is yet. They don't know that they have to solve them. I'm used to like them being like puzzle veterans at this point of the game, but I went all the way back to the beginning again, so we've lost all progress of puzzle solving ability. It's like forgetting how to do anything after a couple of years. Let's go for the drinks immediately. Green liqueur. A green one. You know, my favorite color is green. Oh, Luna. Luna, I get you, Luna. I understand. Just looking at it makes me feel calm and happy. A yellow one. A white one. A blue one. A red one. A Jack Daniels. There are a lot of bottles here. Would you like to have a drink with me? You really think this is a good time to be making a pass at someone? She's getting all nervous now. Man. Oop. I accidentally hit a button. Coffee machine? Oh, not a coffee machine. It looks like you can enter bottles of alcohol into this machine. I assume we'll need some kind of information before that. 2 needles. Empty glass. Should we grab all of these? I guess so. And then the tablet as well. I wonder what this screen is for. It doesn't look like it's turned on. Can you see a switch? Nothing. The bar counter. You know, I was in a bar this one time. What are you, some kind of bar contour? Bar contour? Bar contour? Oh, come on. That one was genius. I don't get it. Bar contour. Mysterious disc. Northern Hemisphere. Oh, we've got all of, like, the United States. Southern Hemisphere. Oh, Northern Hemisphere. I forget that they have goofy names. Now we have the United States. Before, we were just holding Europe and Asia. My bad. A red leather cushion. A chew. That was a real sneeze. It was dusty. There's something behind this cushion. Is this a magazine? What is it about? Looks like astronomy. You found an astronomy magazine. You can view it in the archive. I assume that this is something important. In other words, 4:50 p.m. You can see a total lunar eclipse. Wait a minute, 4:50 p.m. 4:50. This thing looks weird. This is supposed to be a sun or something. There are 12 words on it. They're arranged kind of like the spokes on a wheel. Let's see here. Red, white, blue, America. Island, green, moon. Black ocean, yellow earth, sun, planet. This is probably where the needles go, I would guess. Where are they at? Here we are. It's a clock but doesn't have any hands. You think the needles you found can go on there? I believe so. There we go. 450. I put the hands. What if you move them? Move them where? I don't know. Experiment. All right, let's give it a try then. Okay. I assume that you are the hour. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You go there. No. No. Do I get to have the Oh, is it really only one? What? Failed. I don't understand. Can we not move two at the same time? Sun. It says experiment, so I assume that this is literally just the go ahead to brute force it, which feels a little silly, but it's like basically begging me to. White ocean. No. Blue, yellow, almost certainly not. Island, earth. I could believe that because then it's like, oh, the earth will be deleted to an island to the size of an island by the end of Radical 6's reign on the planet. Moon, planets? Hold on. Oh! This makes more sense. Okay. In that case, we just have to like get this guy over here. Then you here. Never mind. Sun, moon, and planet would be my guess. Sun, moon, planet. Sun, planet, moon. No, okay. What if you're like this? Sun, green, sun. Okay, never mind. Can I look at my archive? Let me see if there's anything in the magazine. A lengthy lunar eclipse at 4:50. So that would be just like the moon and the sun and the planet involved. Maybe we'll get more information earlier. Or later, not earlier. That would require like some time travel stuff. I'm guessing I need to move them into a particular time, but exactly, I have no idea. I assume that this is the minute, which would just make the most sense. So this should be like 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm an idiot. That's why. Here we are. I moved it to 3, not to 4. I simply do not know how to read a clock. Unfortunately, we've moved that past that point a long time ago. We entered the digital age, like, you know, in the 2000s or something, and like digital clocks became the mainstream thing. And then because of that, I can't read the hands on a clock, and now people aren't going to know how to read at all because they'll say, ChatGPT, read me a bedtime story, and they'll say, okay, I'll play you an audible story, and then they won't even have to use the letters at all anymore. Society will crumble as people can't interact with the world around them, and then the iPad will do the math for them. Surely this is the end of the world. How about 450? That puts the shorthand at green and the longhand at sun. A green sun? What? Oh, this is like Indiana Jones. Put a staff in like a little sunlight and then it starts shooting stuff, and then it's like a laser. There's a beam of light coming out of the center of the clock. That's pretty impressive. We love the sun. It keeps our planet warm. Oh, and then we need to attach the let's attach you to the globe, a curved piece of metal shaped like a bow. The beam of light would be perpendicular to the string if the bow is strung. Oh, okay, never mind. We can't do that yet. Can this combine with that? Yeah. Northern hemisphere with disc. Maybe we can put it on now? No, we do need the other pieces of the globe. I can't believe it. We have to like complete everything actually. A green sun. I would assume that this just means like the drink. Sunshine, sunshine. Okay, okay. So we put the green in for sure. Maybe the white. to make it just purely oh no, you can only have one at a time. That simplifies things like a lot. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a drink. Looks like nothing happens if I push the button. There are 2 openings for bottles you hadn't realized, so I need to put in the other one. I think so. Oh, then why didn't it work? We'll go ahead and use the white. I don't understand. How do I insert? I'm clicking. There's a side here. It's a separate insert, but I can only insert on this side. Why? Oh no, garbage. I think so too. Anything down here? Was this thing some kind of sink? Clever. If you get wasted, you can just puke into here. That's not what it's for. There's an icon on the counter above it. I guess it's a drain. You pour leftover drinks down it. That would make sense. Unfortunately, it can't be done. No point to pushing the button now. I need 2 bottles first for it to work. We have to. We have to. Please work with me. Say, oh, it's different types of bottles. My bad. What was it? Green sun. It all makes so much sense now. Let's grab the green, and then let's grab the sun. Planet, ocean, sun. And then we can mix. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. The glass is full of liquid now. It looks like we've made a cocktail. Examine. A cocktail made by mixing the green liqueur with the sun alcohol. A green sun. Wait, we just dump it now? I would assume. So this is drained for throwing away leftover drinks. I think so. I'll toss the cocktail in. No, I wasted. Drink the thing. I'd like to, but what if it's poisoned? See, I think it's better if I just pitch it. Then maybe it'll conveniently solve a puzzle. Well, now I have an empty class again. Did that do nothing? Oh, what do I do with this then? There's got to be like a different kind of setup here. Maybe you put them on one of the things, coasters. This is where the booze goes. You mean this is where the glass that the alcohol is in goes? Details, details. Nobody's gonna try and pick you up if you keep being so anal. I don't think you can pick them up. Huh? These are coasters. These coasters, they're attached to the counter somehow. That's an odd thing to do with a coaster. So why? Who knows? Maybe they're part of a puzzle? Couldn't be. Couldn't be. Let's attach. This thing lit up. It looks like it's made to light up when you put a cocktail on it. Let's try putting some on the other coasters. But of what? But of what? That should link up with air. RLRLOEDI Imli Uner Onen. I'm not sure what language that belongs to, but it would be incredibly helpful if I could learn. What do we have? What's grabbable? Maybe we can look at the code. There's some letters on the wall. Some of them are black and some are red. RLRLOEDI Imli Uner Onen. Is this some kind of code? Right, left, right, no. R, no. I figure that it's going to spell something. I just don't know how at all yet. And we haven't seen like a code. Oh, true, a drawer. Who knew it would be so simple? A note. Looks like a page from a journal. Archive, bartender's journal. 3 customers came in today, a couple and their son. The father sat in the center with the mother on the left and the son on the right. When I came to take their order, they said the following. Excuse me? My wife likes the color red and I like white. My son has always liked the ocean. My son has always loved the color blue ever since he was a child. My husband likes island and I like planet. 3 customers, the father sat in the center, so planet green. My mother and I like moon. My father likes anything green, so green goes in the middle. One of them was a liar, but I swiftly made their drinks and handed them over. It's just like good familial fun to make sure that somebody drinks what they absolutely don't want to. Okay, here we are. And then I guess we just grab these and figure out what needs to be made. Bartender's journal. I kind of wish that we went into the other menu. That way I could, oh wait, we can write stuff down. Let me delete all of you. You are useless to me. So we have F, M, C for child. So, oh, wait. Let's organize it based on seed, actually. The father sat in the center, the mother on the left. So, M, F, C. My wife likes the color red. True. And I like white. Okay. My son has always liked ocean. Right? My son has always loved the color blue ever since he was a child. My husband likes island. And I like planet. Right. My mother and I like moon. Okay. My father likes anything green. And I like white. I figured that why would the father lie about liking the white drink? So it's probably not the father if I had to guess. You are not the father. And I like planet. It's planet green, right? Let me take a look. I think it's planet green. It's sun green. Okay. Sun green is a for sure one. Bartender's journal. So who has the sun? Wife likes the color red. My son has always liked the ocean. Son. Okay, so ocean enjoyer over here. Son and I loved the color blue ever since he was a child. My husband likes island and I like planet. Blue, so blue is the only color assigned to the sun. So the mother is probably truthful because otherwise we would have literally nothing to go off of. So I would say that the child is most likely blue. My son has loved the color blue. He might be a blue moon. It's like a Frank Sinatra thing. So it exists, which is a good sign. Blue moon. My father likes anything green. So I would say that the father is the green planet, which would mean that the mother and son are the trustworthy option. My son has loved the color blue ever since he was a child. My husband likes, so planet blue. My wife likes the color red and I like white. My son has always liked ocean. My mother and I like moon. My father likes anything green. So let's say we go off of that, then we have the planet moon combo. Okay? Planet moon. Or not planet moon. We have oh, I messed up. Hold on. It's easy to get confused here. We get turned around sometimes, and that's okay. We get the blue planet combo if we believe the child. However, if we don't believe the child, we get a little more variety. My wife likes the color red. And I like planet. So it's either a blue planet or a red planet. And, you know, if I were to write this down on a new iPad and I put an equal sign in front of it, it would immediately solve it for me. I just think that we need to move on with our lives. I like white. The wife like white, you think? Why do you think the wife likes white? Only one of them is a liar, right? So if the wife likes, because I think there's more than 3 colors. Because the moon is like a different thing. The moon is an actual drink, but that would be interesting. And if the dad is lying, that would make it true. Because the moon is like a separate drink, because we have the other pairs of drinks where it's the sun, the moon, the planet, and the island. Where I think the what kind of drinks do we have now? We have a green sun, and the yellow is just uninvolved right now. The ocean and the moon. Let me look at the... Oh, oops. Let me look at the arc again. We can look at that in a second. Okay, what do we have? Sun. Okay, father truthful. Father truth. So in that case, he would be white. Son, ever since my husband likes island, he'd be a white island. White island. You're lacking. It's no problem. It's no problem. Son lies, so we ignore him. My son has loved the color blue ever since he was a child. My husband likes island and I like planet. But then we lack information. What I like about the child and assuming that the father lies is that we get full information. So blue planet and blue moon I think are what I'm going to try next. Blue, oops. Okay, well that's fine. Blue planet and blue moon. Okay. Then let me throw a glass in there. Right? And then we grab a planet. Oh, I didn't even make the drink. Oops. A blue planet. Examine a cocktail. A blue planet. Okay, okay, nothing interesting. Blue moon coming up. Blue moon. Hold on. If you push that now, everything's going to get soaked in water. Well, soaked in alcohol anyway. My bad. I forgot to put the drink in there. I'm lacking as well. We have... What do we have? So we have the blue moon and we have the blue planet. The mother was to the left, so the blue planet goes on the left. And the blue moon should go on the right. Blue moon. Incorrect. The coasters are red. Doesn't seem like anything else is happening. Red isn't usually good. Do you think we did something wrong? It's possible. A counter. Let me just take the drink. A blue planet. What if we put it here? And then we put the blue moon in the other spot. Just to make sure. Okay, we are incorrect. Just entirely, completely, and totally. I will assume that the green... Because of what we saw over here, I will assume that the green sun is just correct. We're not going to change it. So because of that, we know that the mother, I believe, is telling the truth. Let me see. Not you. No, okay, the sun is telling the truth. The sun is telling the truth, and we just assumed that the father was lying. So we have to assume that the mother is lying. Let's erase the mother. Let's get rid of you. So we know that the father is telling the truth, which means that he likes the white drink, which means that the green drink is probably for the mother. No. What? Try perhaps white moon or red moon if the father is truthful. Yeah, that's what makes it difficult, is because now we're in a spot where we assumed that the father was lying. Oh, the son. The son is lying. It's father and mother. The son is lying. So, what do we have? Let's just restart entirely, I think. Because the father obviously does not like green. So the father should like, a white... my son has always loved the color blue. Husband likes, so white island is just correct. White island, I believe, for the father. Yeah, I think that's correct. Father says the mom likes red. That's true. So I'm going to trust them over everything. My wife likes the color red and I like white. My son has always loved the color blue since he was a child. My husband, so a red planet, a white island. Oops. A red planet, a white island, and then a blue something. My son is a blue ocean. Oh, okay. Red planet, white island, blue ocean. Wait, where's the green involved then? Green planet, maybe? Blue or red moon with and the green one. Oh, it's difficult. Red moon if the father's truthful. The father says the mom likes red, white island, blue or red moon, and the green one. And of course the white. Yeah, I think white island is probably true. But I want to assume that the green one is just true because of the clock. Which would be like our center point, right? Maybe not for the father, but for the mother. Maybe we can make a white island and a blue ocean, I think. White island and a blue ocean. We have a blue planet. We have to toss these out. I forgot. Honestly, I'd be upset if green isn't an option. Yeah, I think I might be too, because it feels like I got tricked, because what's that stuff on the clock for in the first place? There it goes. Well, now I have an empty glass again. Incredible. Okay, we have blue ocean. Blue ocean, white island is the goal. Where are we at? Ocean? There we are. Blue ocean. Take. and a white island. I'm glad that it lets me switch them out quickly. Sun Island. Okay. Oh, I forgot to put another glass down. Here we are. Can we just make one of these real quick? So the father should like the how many do we have here? Green sun, blue ocean. That should be for the sun. White. Did I leave it? I left it. Oops. Oh, it should automatically give it to me. It would make things a little bit easier. Or I'm just stupid. White island. Green sun. Red. Okay. We're gonna try what the mother said straight up, which is a red planet. It's unbelievable. I think that the clock just lied to me. Red planet. Okay. Here you are. And then the planet. Try reorganizing that. We have a set seating. We know that the seating should be correct, so I don't think that I have to. I sure hope not, anyway. Because we know that the mother is on the left and the son is on the right while the father's in the center. Yeah. Incorrect. Red, white, and blue. It could have been patriotic. We probably are just like in Nevada. So it would make sense for it to be patriotic. Okay. What do we have? So red planet, white island, blue ocean. Because mother on the left, son on the right. Okay. Father sat in the center with the mother on the left, son on the right. Can you imagine? Hold on. What if it's the bartender's left? Surely not, right? You don't think it would be the bartender's left, could it? What if we do have to reorganize it? I'm gonna try it, even though it sounds like really, really dumb. Oh, it is the bartender's left. And the green is not involved. You are on the right path, Spogdar. I apologize for doubting your intelligence. Clearly, I am the one that should be bowing down. You're a genius. Does that mean I got it right? I think so. Oh, look, something happened on the screen. Oh, I saw something like this before. You too? There was one in your AB room. I think so. It opened a safe back then. We should write it down somewhere. No, it's cool. I can remember it. You're going to memorize it? Sure, no sweat. I've got pretty good memory. He's going to store it in his brain files as the robot that he is. But that's the optional one. We don't actually have a solution yet. I don't think. Because the save should be for... Right? Let me make sure. I think this is for the optional. Yeah, okay. Sun, star, moon. We get some lore. We get lore. I can't believe it. The gold file. Awesome, it opened. Good job, Sigma. Well done. Secret. I wish it were not the case. I'd never bother checking the other side. I feel a little dumb. But I still don't know where the final piece is. So we for sure need to find the final piece. Maybe there will be something behind here. A cushion? No, okay, that's fine. Anything? Let me just go ahead and preemptively combine you. Not you. Uninterested. Select. What? Why? Maybe I have to combine the things in totality. Oh, I'm so dumb. Oh no. It's just behind a glass and I wasn't looking at it. Insane, but it makes sense. All good. You can occasionally be smart. It was a good guess. A glass rack. There's several cocktail glasses suspended from it. Let's go ahead and put it in. I get it. The completed globe goes here. Just like this. Blue planet. Perfect. So the directions, the note was just for a special one. RL Eddie moon. On. So it's a moon. A red moon. Maybe? RL... Oh, because it's just a completed moon, maybe? That's half the word. Red moon. Oh, yeah, you just take out the red letters. They're omitted. Red moon. Blue planet, red moon. The moon landing was fake is what it says. Oh, I didn't know that 0 was about that kind of thing. So, This is all just unrelated then. What we just did, completely useless. Red moon, blue planet, green... please be higher quality. Green sun. Let me write it down, actually. Green sun, blue planet, red moon. Okay. We've got ourselves some red over here. Let's switch it out with the moon. Oh, I need to toss them out. Good idea before we start overflowing our glasses. True, you do have an empty glass again. Congratulations. So unfortunate, truly makes me slightly constipated. What? Where's the constipation come into play? I'm not familiar with the strategies here used to solve the puzzles, clearly. Maybe we should get some, what's it called? Oh, I'm forgetting. What's the stuff called? You drink it to like, not be constipated anymore? It's a type of medicine. Red moon. Red moon? Red moon. Moon? Got a poop max? Why would you say that? Why would you say that? What would compel you? It's freakish. Okay. Red moon completed. And then we take one of these, slap it down there. Blue planet. Okay. Let's grab the blue. The cocktail. True. My bad. I forgot to click the button. We're cocktail maxing as opposed to poop maxing, I think. We already got the red moon. All we need now is the green whatever. Hand. Gotta hand it to you. True. Welcome, Asoki. Green. Oops. You're all good. I don't know what the original message was supposed to be. What are you typing? What are you typing? You're freaking me out. Green sun. Green sun. Green sun or Navi daughter. Here we are. Oh, oh, I didn't even put the glass down. I'll let you figure it out. Hand. Hand. Hand? Hand. I suppose we can make like hand signs at each other. Like I could make like a wolf or something with mine. And you could make like a fox. And then it would be like a shadow puppet show. It's too easy. It's green this time. It turned green when I put the drink on it. Look at the screen. Oh, we get the easiest puzzle solution of all time. Moon, moon, star. It changed. Now there are different shapes in different places. Probably related to the save somehow. Can you remember the Sigma? Leave it to me. Leave it to me. Moon, moon, star. Lost like 20k to Becky's maid services. I see. Making good use of the game's mechanic, surely. That's what you're just trying to get at. I guess there's another password that can open it too, so it would seem. There's a bunch of stuff in here. Let's see. A map. Maybe some more rules. I can't believe it. It's not like we've read any of this before. Currently making you coffee. Congratulations. Do you think these could be the key cards for the AB room? See, it says Ambidex. You are correct. We voted 27 times. You just don't remember? I've been through this. I'm a veteran. You should respect me. I think the answers to that is in the safe. See, read this note. We talk about how Clover's been through 2 nonary games. I've been through 53 of those things. Once you've opened a door, you can hop through it as much as you like. The chromatic. Oh, true, 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 true. In other words, I sure hope it doesn't make you revisit things even in this route. Where are we? Hold on, I have to get myself oriented. Looking directly into the bright light coming from the sun clock, desperately trying to make myself go blind. This is gonna sound stupid, but I want to tell you about lunar eclipse. Oh, let Fi talk about lunar eclipses because I do have something to add on about the sun. And it might honestly contribute to a large portion of why I am the way that I am. So it'll be worth it. The moon is entirely covered by the Earth's shadow. That doesn't mean the moon just disappears or turns black, though. It actually reflects light that's passed through the Earth's atmosphere, but this makes it appear to be red. Essentially what's happening is that the moon is reflecting the sunset. So the moon looks red during a lunar eclipse? I think so. So why are you telling us this? I just thought I should. What kind of an answer is that? Anyway, that's it. I'm done. Hurry up and open the door. Come on, what are you waiting for? Get on with it. Alright, fine. Time to get on with it then. Anyway, whenever I was a kid, I won't lie to you, me and my brothers thought it was the coolest thing that you could go outside anytime and then just make the world blue. And so you know what we would do? We would go outside, most of the time close our eyes, and then while your eyes were closed, you would stare directly at the sun. And after you stared directly at the sun for a few minutes with your eyes closed, whenever you reopened your eyes, the world around you would be like in a blue filter. You'd stepped into a blue utopia, a bluetopia, if you will. However, as you may know, I am a glasses wearer. I fear that maybe staring directly at the sun might have sped up the glasses wearing process to me. It might explain my rapid eye degradation in the 5th grade. It might not have been the smartest choice that I could have made as a child, but the blue filter around my life was very cool. And if you go and stare at the sun directly right now, then you get them like localized but in extreme bits where they're just like, oh, that, look at that part, it looks like an oil stain directly on my eye socket. And you get an interesting view of the world. I don't think it's actually worth going through with, though. Please don't look at the sun. We do not endorse it, even though it does look kind of cool. You might delete your eyesight. Only one way to find out, though. And I am talking about being like a young kid, by the way. I was not directly staring at the sun, very old, but I was staring directly at the sun at some point because I thought that it would look cool, and it did look cool. You would have really enjoyed the eclipse then? Well, you know, whenever the eclipse comes around, you put on the eclipse glasses now. I'm not bold enough anymore to stare directly at the sun. How did we possibly meet? It was not possible. Pant. Getting the 999 flashbacks.
Well,
I'm getting nostalgic. I used to make those every time they ran, but we're like past that now. A long time past that.
Prowl like that. I imagine you run into a lot of things.
Right.
Let me see the map.
Sure. Surely it couldn't have just like looped us all into the same area. That's completely impossible and unreasonable to think about. They all showed up at the exact same time. Only gotta wait another 400 years before you can stare directly into the sun. Feeling like Gatsu? Who's Gatsu? I don't understand that one. I got it. All 3 routes end up here.
It's the map we found in the infirmary.
Oh, we found a map like that
Infirmary. It couldn't be. Caught up on missing sleep, so you've missed some stream. That's okay. Welcome, Holland.
too. Ours was in the crew quarters.
I'm gonna be honest with you. This was a bad one to like miss the whole entire beginning of. Got these nuts. Oh, you got me. Guts, you're just being a dork. Oh, fair. Which, to be fair, I don't get it anyway because I haven't read Berserk. So I'm behind on all of it. I keep being told, oh, read Berserk, and I say, yes, I will read Berserk. I read 1 chapter and then I never open the manga again. We found ours in the lounge.
Sit down for a bit and exchange information.
Right.
No. There's plenty of time
No.
left after we check out this elevator.
No. Shut down. You cannot, you may not. Because Holland, the entire beginning portion of the stream was simply Clover monologuing at me. So, you know, major developments a little bit. Not too big, but like, I'll call them significant enough to be concerned. All you need to know is Eclipse big sword murder kill. Oh, and he stares directly at the sun and has to get glasses. Just like me.
Just like the other floor.
These doors
Oh,
have
they're
closed
mass
on the
producing these things. This is what happens whenever people can start to 3D print buildings. It'll be so over, all the buildings will look the same. The next is blue.
And the one on the right
right is red.
Red.
These chromatic doors?
Clover is indeed, yep, queen personified, and yes, that's correct, buddy. Oh, okay, okay. I'm glad to see Guts enter his nerd phase. 4 eyes. Lock, huh? Okay. Won't budge.
Just like the other doors. No good trying to force it open, I suppose.
Yeah.
Is something wrong?
Surely if you just try hard enough, it'll eventually open with enough force. It's not like we've done this a whole ton of times before.
No, I'm fine. But it looks like my guess was right. The numbers have changed.
Wrong guess. Correct guess. Numbers, the time left. 2 hours, 6 minutes. Oh no, only 2 hours.
Tell me we're gonna have to just sit around here for another 2 hours.
Yeah, and then like look for bombs or something. Looks like we don't have a
Why
choice.
don't you show them that note we found?
Sure.
Oh, did it
Oh.
say something like, because of it we found ours in the infirmary?
Yeah, we found one too. It was in the safe in the lounge. Here are a few more rules. Oh, we've already gotten all this. There's no need for it.
I don't think Zero's saying we can.
Saying we have to.
You mean this? The Ambidex room key.
Right.
We found some too.
Maybe we can skip this? Oh, we can. Thank God. I probably could have skipped like a whole lot more of that.
This is the lounge.
It would
Right.
seem Zero's notes were telling the truth. Getting back.
I can't believe it. Zero wouldn't lie. It's 0 for 0 lies.
That means we could all go visit the infirmary too.
Right?
Crew cool.
You can go anywhere you want.
Check this out. Some of your favorite scotch.
It's spread all around the warehouse. Whoever was in the warehouse had good taste. Hold on, Grandpa, since when were they buddies? Or had they always been that close? In other words, they'd known each other before the nonary game, and if Quark was calling Tensemyouji Grandpa, maybe they were even related. Alice and Clover seemed to be close too. Just how many of these people knew each other already?
Let's go, buddy. Soon as we get
Buddy.
out of here, I can drink
Let's
all
go,
the
buddy.
scotch I want. And you can drink all the root beer floats you can stomach.
You're gonna get me a root beer float?
It's unbelievable. Only the rich people can have root beer floats.
Are you sure?
Because he's from the future, whenever society has crumbled after the Radical Six.
Ye of little faith. I found an old factory full of rare earth metals the other day.
I think they're like, you're a rare earth metal right now too. Whenever you shouldn't be, you should be a young, spry man, able to do a whole lot more than you currently can because you're on the old person's routine. I kind of lost my train of thought in the middle of my sentence, if I'm being honest with you. It happens more than I'd like to admit. Two Milkmen Go comedy. It always makes me laugh every time I see it. Yawn.
You were taking so long.
Yawn. You don't.
Hey, my temper's got a
Okay.
hair trigger.
We should be able to just go through this. I'm close to leveling up and you're just enough XP.
Let's get
Dead
into the
lady?
infirmary. She might be if we're going to do
Is
an
this old
autopsy.
or is this
She
new?
has some Come on, boys.
This is like all done before, I think. We've seen this. DOK and I gingerly lifted the woman up and carried her to the infirmary. Perhaps she just didn't consider herself. Perhaps he just didn't consider himself one of the boys, or maybe it was something else. I'm sure it's just because he doesn't consider himself one of the boys. He's kind of like older than you all.
Ah, yes.
Surely it's nothing else. You remember. You sure do.
Because Alice, Clover, and I.
Examine the room so you think you can use it to perform some kind of thing. Oh, we need to stop for the one sentence that's different. It's essential to the story that you get this part. We're really going in there? I kind of don't want to. I mean, there was a dead lady in there just a few minutes ago. Fi, where'd she go? Oh. What the hell is she doing? What is she doing? Hanging out on the elevator, I guess? It's not gonna go anywhere, you know? You must be really desperate to get high.
Seriously? That's the best you can do? I was expecting something about how I jump at the first sign of trouble.
Whatever. What are you up to up there anyway? Everybody's already gone into the AB
There
rooms.
was something I wanted to check out.
And that
thing.
is?
Remember it?
The hatch. That's how they got out, right? No luck, it won't budge.
Then that means this AB room is locked down.
You're talking about whoever killed that old lady, aren't you? You still think it's K? Well, like Clover said, if Zero Senior is the killer, then it wouldn't matter if we could open this hatch or not.
I just wanted to be sure.
5 minutes remain.
Let's go. I imagine.
He's a rabbit. True, he is, but he's like an AI rabbit. He's different, I swear. It's not the same.
Look, there's something on the screen.
You're right. No way, it's the voting. We simply ally with our good friend Luna. Luna would never betray me. Luna would never ever betray me. Looks like there's no going back now. Thank you. People often say that to me. Despite my glasses, I have quite good perception. And because of my perceptive ability, I am able to make great things happen. Mooney. Right? I understand the idea. Just fine. Uh-huh. Thank you. Oh, we need the rules. Wait. Oh, apparently it's different. I have no idea. I'm pretty sure that it's all old. Maybe it's just giving me ample time to prepare for the choice that I will have to make, the monumental decision.
Choose betray.
What? You're kidding? You really want me to betray Luna?
She'll ally or...
But she's so nice.
She chooses betray, we're screwed.
No, we're not. We'll be just fine. Nobody's ever betrayed me before.
You tell me, Sigma. What's 3 minus 2?
1. What kind of idiot do you think I am? It's 1, obviously.
Exactly. If our BP gets down to 1, it's over. So...
Wait, what do you mean it's over? We die? True.
Just press the
You're hiding something? You've been suspicious from the get-go? I mean, how'd you know my name? Or how about when we found the old lady's body? You didn't even blink, almost like you knew she would be here. Like, I didn't want to believe it, but did you? Are you?
Fine. If you won't do it, then...
Don't think so. I'm not gonna move until you give me some answers. If I don't do anything, it'll just vote ally for us anyway. So let's hear it. What are you hiding? What's it's over supposed to mean?
10 seconds remain.
I mean, how do you explain in 10 seconds?
9, 8, 7,
Pog! Ugh.
6, 5,
The facial expressions of the sock puppet models that the game has left us with.
2,
When your BP
It helps with the intensity.
That's what I meant.
1.
1. Oh, you're quick. He's been thinking about it throughout the whole wait. Sorry, allying anyway. Talk to you later, Phi. Moron. You think I would really do that? No.
Result. Thank you. Ambidex.
I would never. Luna's my best friend. She said, I know you're a robot, but I'm okay with that. You're better than that, Zero guy. As Phi and I stepped out of the AB room, I could see the others running toward the monitor, shoving past. Tensemyouji was left behind, his footsteps a slow, heavy plod. What had happened to make him like that?
What was that, Sigma?
Huh?
Like dumb. You chose ally.
I sure
you hear
did.
me? I told you that if your BP drops to 0, you die.
Yeah, I heard you a whole second before the deadline. How can you expect me to think anything through that quick? It would have taken like half a second just to press what
No,
you'd said.
You could have done it. The brain's processing power increases during a crisis.
Actually,
It starts working so fast.
I
that
understand
seconds seem like
exactly
eternity.
who you are.
Your brain was doing that right
Maybe
before
my
time
brain's just a
ran out.
little slower than yours. Can't that be possible too?
Am I-
What the hell are you talking about? Okay, fine. Let's be generous and say hypothetically that you're right about this crisis overclocking thing. How would you know whether or not my brain was doing that? Did you crack open my skull while I wasn't looking? You just wedge a microscope in there and have a look at my neurons? Let me be straight with you. Your shit is whack. Like hella whack. I mean, you just know stuff you shouldn't. Stuff like my name, or how if your BP hits 0 you die. You told me you don't know why, but more and more I'm starting to think you've been lying to me. That's whack, yo. Oh, I can't take it. Don't make me listen to it, please.
Let's go. Time to see what the results are. Maybe it's
Yo.
different this time.
Oh, this time? Phi, hold on. Oh, she understands. She's been through this before. It'll be different this time for sure. Do. Please, everybody hit ally. It's for the best. I understand Dio's in the lobby, so it's not entirely possible. But I would like to believe. Betray an ally. Betray an ally. Ally and ally. Oh, I knew it. Luna is good. See what happens? Ah, it's great. Poor Tensemyouji. I'm actually shocked that Clover betrayed Alice, of all people. It must have been Kay rushing to hit the button. Let us check. 1661555. We're all best friends.
No, it's
Thanks,
not.
Luna.
You don't have to thank me.
I can't bear to go through the betray option on this one.
I believed in you and Phi.
Thank you. You shouldn't believe in Phi, but I'm a great person. When Luna glanced away, I threw Phi what could only be described as a smug grin. Rather frustratingly, she didn't respond, only turned away, unperturbed. Good morning, Toto. Welcome, welcome. I'm seeing the aftermath of my good decisions. The karma has come to greet me in a wonderful kiss on the cheek. I was about to press the issue when I heard Tensemyouji's voice.
Quark, what
Why'd you kill me?
No, it wasn't me.
Why would you betray me?
You tricked me.
This is a weird one because now all like the best buddies are like killing each other. I don't know what time it is for you, Toto, but I assume good morning actually does just mean like early, right?
He promised. That's why I let him do the
Man,
lying.
we sure do love lying to children.
Serious? This kid's full of shit.
Why would the actual 4-year-old try to kill his grandpa?
I didn't do squat. Quark was the one who decided how we were gonna vote.
Uh-huh.
Wanna know what he told me?
He's an evil kid.
You just leave the voting to me, Mr. Dio.
How professional. If you leave it up to me, all things will go well, Mr. Dio.
Ally for sure, 'cause I'm his opponent on this one.
I don't think he's that conniving, to be honest.
To be honest, I'm getting kind of tired of that grumpy old bastard.
It's his rebellious phase. You have to understand, every kid goes through this where they try to kill their dad, their father figure in life.
The old fart here.
It's why so many stories are about like parental revenge and stuff.
Worry about me.
It's what like Baki is, I think.
Tell him you.
I've never seen it.
He'll believe whatever I tell him.
I just make stuff up on the fly.
If he still trusts me, that'll make it easier to use.
Oh my god, even more points from Quark. And Dio said, great plan, I'm straight along with this.
You're lying.
That sounded so much like Quark though.
Should have trusted you. Dio.
He even did the voice and everything.
Sure, kid. Keep whining.
Known
See
Quark
if I
words. Bucky beats the absolute crap out of his imaginary friends. He's powerful.
Believe me, right?
Fighting his inner demons.
Don't let this brat fool you, old man. All of this is just part of his plan.
You bastard! I'm not gonna let you get.
That's enough, Quark.
It's okay.
Don't lose your
Try to
temper.
kill me, but it's
How
alright.
long have I known you? I could be deaf and blind, and I'd still know if you were lying to me.
Unless he just got like really good at it.
You're just as gullible as he said
It's
you were.
mad.
Hook, line, and
Double,
sinker.
triple down, quadruple down.
Let me
It'll
give
work,
you a
it'll
little
work.
warning, Tensemyouji. That
What if we
little
just
shit's
keep
a hell of
lying?
an actor.
As long as we keep lying, nothing will go wrong. Because as soon as you start lying, you set yourself up for something. What you have to do, if you lie and then they catch you in the act and then you say the truth, then it's all over. You're a known liar. But if you lie and then go further down the lie flowchart, continue to lie down the little lie lazy liver, that would get you killed due to alcohol poisoning. Go down the little lie lazy river, and then eventually you'll be set free into the beautiful ocean, as you are in an ocean full of lies that you have created, making your own world that will surround you forever as you drown in your lies. That will bring you to the safety that you need.
I'll bet you money he's a born con man. I don't know what he is.
It's an impressive skill to have at the age of like 12.
As far as I could throw him, and at your age, that can't be much. You hearing me, old man?
Oh, but Dio could throw him real far, so he can trust him. Man, Dio giving him the lecture too.
It's all right. I understand.
I'm so sorry.
What's there to understand? Why would what?
This is very
Poopy,
unfortunate.
excuse your French. You're okay. I forgive you. Don't worry. It looked as though another argument had taken place while Quark and Dio were fighting. Whatever it had been about, it appeared to have resolved
The
itself.
past is the past. There's no point complaining about it. I'll just have to try and get those points back in the next AB game.
Right?
Zero.
Why are
when
you
is the
so
next
willing
round
to
start?
forgive Clover?
What makes you think?
Well, if there's a
You said round one, it
most
implies
likely-
another one. So true, Alice, so true. I agree with you all the time. You're just always so correct. I would love to play a second game of the Ambidex games. It did change. Mine changed from red to cyan.
Me too.
Oh,
Mine's cyan now.
welcome to the club, Alice. We'll be
too.
back with Alice. Oh, we could do an Alice
But
Clover
colors
room.
weren't The only thing it switched from
Pair to solo.
Mine's
Mine is now a solo as well.
Because do we have to go through the I can't remember if these are the, no, they aren't the white doors yet. White doors are like the third pairs of doors.
I've gone from solo to pair.
Solo to pair.
Still a pair.
The three of us seem to be magenta.
Oh no, I think it is, right?
Still says so-fi, you and D.
Fine. Yeah, no. We choose one more time and then it goes to the unchoosable white doors.
As soon as the gates close, the pair
Shuffled up automatically. True. It's incredibly interesting stuff. What if we thought about deeply how the capture affected us as people and how we will grow in the future? Why is this happening to me? I spent a few minutes wallowing in misery. I figured I deserved a few minutes of self-pity. Let us go to the crew quarters. We all know what happens in the crew quarters. Things get a little exciting in here. Open the door. Somebody's next to the bed with a scalpel. That's just kind of the life that we lead. Crew quarters. Crew quarters. So these are the crew quarters. They are.
Oh, Sigma, what are you doing here?
Just saying hi. Come on, man. Don't be like that. We aren't enemies, are we?
I wonder.
What happened to you, Tensemyouji? You've been acting weird ever since we found that lady's
Think
body.
so? But you sure it ain't just all in your head?
Fine, let's move on to something else then. It's not a great topic for small talk, to be fair. You and Quark, is he your grandkid? Why? Well, I mean, why do you think? He keeps calling you grandpa. Of course I'm gonna wonder what the deal is. We all got kidnapped and brought here apparently for no reason. Now they're making us all play some sort of weird game. I'm just trying to find a little meaning in all this nonsense, that's it. So tell me, Tensemyouji, are you really Quark's grandpa? Oh, we don't get to know. Clover, Luna.
Where'd you come from?
Did you not want me here?
It's okay.
It's
guess.
fine.
I just thought Tensemyouji was the only other person here. This
What
is
were you
the
gonna do to
house.
Tensemyouji?
I came here with Clover and Tensemyouji.
Oh.
We decided we'd split up to investigate.
Makes sense. So you find anything? Wait, which
No,
one?
I found 0 things.
What about you? Anything
I didn't find
suspicious?
anything either. Although, I guess you could say this whole facility.
True, you've got a point there. So why do you think Zero put all these puzzles and stuff all over the place?
Well, maybe solving all of these puzzles is part of the nonary game.
A small hunch? Really? I thought the nonary game was a couple rounds of the AB game. Why would he need the puzzles and stuff then? To make you think. Well, what is the nonary game then? Why is Zero making us do all this?
Well, this is just speculation, but maybe it's for entertainment. So rich.
Oh, we're like on TV? It's a reality show.
Be off in an opulent theater.
Opulent.
watching us struggle
Opulent.
While they drink brandy and eat caviar.
Oh, you think so, huh?
Oh no, opulent.
So some rich bastards killed her off for kicks. What kind of a death is that?
Well,
Man.
maybe her dying didn't have anything to do with the rest
It's
of
always possible. Wasn't kidnapped like the rest of us, right?
Kay was right. If her dying wasn't part of all this, the rabbit would have said something.
It would have been like, what a shocker, huh? That sure wasn't supposed to happen.
Nothing.
What'd you do that for?
Just tells us to keep playing and disappears. I can only think of one reason murdering her was always part of Zero's plans. If
Right.
you can think of another way all this fits, well, I'd love to hear it.
So you're saying that Zero Senior.
The whole series is about Tenmyoji's love story with Akane.
Now it sure looks that way.
That means there's a 7 in 1 chance.
7?
anybody could be the
999 reference, I believe. Come on, come on.
murderer. Well, Alice and I can't be Zero.
Okay, I'll let the I part go, but you're gonna have to give me a little to convince me Alice can't be Zero.
Alice and I know each other. Well, how do you know each other?
Best buddies.
I guess you could say we're co-workers.
And where do you co-work?
Organization?
Oh, they volunteer.
It's kind of vague. I
Uh,
can't tell you.
What do you mean you can't tell us?
I can't tell you. Just forget about it, okay?
Yeah, no problem.
Why can't you tell us?
Never told me anything.
Because it's confidential. I promised I wouldn't tell.
Right? Come on, don't give me that. Look around you, Clover. You really think this is time for being playing close to the chest?
What if the people you work for have
Finally,
something to
Luna's
do with
pushing
what's
back.
going on here?
Have we seen this before? No, we have not. It's just similar information being delivered in a
Sorry, but I just
similar
don't
way.
really trust you guys. I mean, what if one of you is Zero?
Not it.
It could be any of you. Sorry.
So you can trust me for sure. You've trusted me like 20 times. I promise you.
I just don't really feel like I can trust you guys. Maybe if that changes,
Then we get the spiel.
then I can tell you. So, I guess I'll go now.
So I've gotten the trust like 4 different times. Congratulations.
Where are you going? I don't know.
We're on it. We're always collecting
Haven't
trust.
really figured it out yet. Then I'll be going too. Fine.
Fine. I didn't want to talk to you anyway. There she goes. So
I
Tensemyouji.
don't trust you any more than she does.
In other words, you aren't going to tell me anything, are you? My bad. It's okay. I forgive you. Where to next? There were so many questions I wanted answers to, but it was looking like I'd have to suffer in ignorance for a while longer. Besides, there were plenty more immediate problems that needed my attention. I sighed and filed my questions away to be dealt with later. I needed to focus. Let me put this on. Oh, it doesn't let me. I wish it did. Infirmary. We can leave lounge for last. Lounge is the least interesting out of all the rooms every single time. It'll probably have Dio in there. Unfortunately. We still have to deal with that guy. Deal with that guy. I'm a master wordsmith, okay? How's it going? You guys find anything?
Nothing yet.
Well, Alice, Clover, and I doubt you'll find any hidden hallways here.
Just move a book. Why are you back here then?
Well, I was concerned about the lady you found.
Oh, not suspicious at all?
Who would do such a horrible thing?
Scalpel.
So far, you're the most
The scalpel has killed many people at this point.
Please, why would I kill this woman?
Hey, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying the evidence points to you right now.
The
If
top
we find more evidence
suspect.
in the future, that could change.
We were so busy earlier that I forgot to ask, but do any of you know who she is?
I've never seen her before.
I don't know her either.
Neither do I.
A complete mystery. You should ask Tensemyouji.
Well,
I'm sure he'd give up the information easily.
My memories, but there's no way to know, is there?
You still can't remember anything?
No,
No.
not even a little, unfortunately.
Convenient, huh? Better be telling the truth about this amnesia stuff.
Suspicious of me too, Sigma?
Suspicious? Have you looked in the mirror lately? You might as well have suspicious tattooed across your
If someone
forehead.
ran into you on the street at night, they'd probably pass out from fright.
Oh,
Maybe
like
you're
Frankenstein's
doing it.
monster. Kay is just standing outside of the cabin trying to help the family do chores. Then whenever they find out who's been helping them, they're incredibly grateful. But then they find out that it's a monster helping them, and then they chase him off and try to kill him.
Oh,
It's horrible.
I'm so sorry. I apologize for my frightening appearance.
Certainly something that you need to apologize for. I mean, it's not your fault, right?
I suppose not.
But we're still suspicious of you because of it. But
I'm
what?
not sure why, but none of this feels particularly strange. The mask and the suit, I mean.
It's natural. You're a robot under there, after all.
Hey, it almost
We should stab
feels
you?
Natural. I don't feel as though I was forced into it.
Ah, you became one.
saying this
It's
is
an
how you
extension
always
of yourself. It's like how people talk about how you need to treat a sword. It's an extension of you.
No. I
To make the
don't
best of it, you
This
need
might be
to
a pretty
merge
obvious
with the
question,
sword.
But is there any way?
No. I've tried several times to no avail.
Just take it off, idiot.
I honestly don't even know where to start. Ah, but there is
The helmet?
something I'd like to ask of you. There are parts of the suit I can't see. Could you have a look and tell me if...
Oh, like his back and stuff? Have a good night. I'm heading out. Good luck beating the game. Thank you, Beef Spogdar. Have a good night as well. With no further warning, he removed his robe and turned his back to us. It took no time at all to find something interesting. There's a hole here on the back of your head.
Hole?
Oh, we're getting K development. For the first time. Looks like you can insert something. It says open, so maybe you put some kind of key in there.
You could open up the suit and take the mask off.
I see.
Ah, we're going to get some K ending on this side of the
Excellent news.
board.
We just need to find whatever it is that goes in there then.
True. Interesting.
Thank you. I feel somewhat relieved. I was
I'm
beginning
glad.
to fear I might have to spend the rest of my life like this.
Wait, a minute ago you said that it felt natural.
Well, it does, but that doesn't mean I want to stay in it forever.
Yeah. We want to be more natural.
Glasses, for instance.
Oh, there's no need to go there, man.
Wearing them
I don't
isn't
have
too
to
strange,
imagine.
but you'd hardly want to wear them all the time, forever.
I mean,
would you?
I'm used to it at this point. It's not like I desperately want to remove them or anything.
Wearing the suit
I think it's kind of like my preferred, like, area now. Glasses are just part of me. They are the extension of me, like the sword. I have mastered my glasses, and because of that, I can do great things.
Should we move to the next room now?
No. There still might be something here. I'm staying.
Me?
I see. Well, then,
I
what
see.
do you intend?
I'll be moving along. A lounge. I was thinking to head to the
I
lounge.
shall head for the crew quarters then, until we meet again. Excuse me.
Goodbye, until we meet again. Kay's robe flowed silently around him as he turned to leave. I made my way out of the infirmary behind him. I can't believe if we just chose like the Luna side first, we wouldn't have gone through, like, we wouldn't have to have gone through so much betrayal before we even got to an area that could ally. I'm just so used to everything being a betray. For a while, the beginning of the game was just, they did the opposite of what you did no matter what.
Here earlier, right?
I was. Phi, Luna, and I were the first to come into this room.
Like, secret pathway or something.
You really think that's the kind of detail I would have neglected to
Anything
mention?
else, then? Anything out of the ordinary?
Out of the ordinary, we saw a magazine.
How about this?
Isn't that obvious? It's an astronomy magazine. Apparently it's got an article about a lunar eclipse. It says it's going to happen on December 31st, 2028.
This New Year's Eve, then?
Yeah, 6 days from now.
What did you say? What do you mean 6 days?
Well, today's Christmas, right? So,
Wait a minute. When were you grabbed?
didn't hear me? Oh, on Christmas, about 2 or 3 in the morning? Did they pick you up on a different day?
Yeah.
I was abducted in the middle of the
Oh, we've never gone over this. What about you?
I think it was the 20th.
He's been hanging out for like 5 days.
All taken on different days.
Dio was frozen for sure. Does that mean we were just sleeping until the nonary game started?
On a Soparil IV drip or something?
In theory, you could have everyone wake up at the same time if you got the dosage right.
Then today might not even be
I
the
think that's
25th.
likely.
Yeah. Some of us were probably abducted after.
Oh. Well, I guess that explains why I feel kind of dizzy.
I felt disoriented since I woke up. My body doesn't feel.
Oh, they all have the Radical
It's because we were
6.
asleep for so long. Your muscles
Those tend to
start
happen.
atrophy if you don't use them.
Then what day is today?
Beats me.
I have no idea.
Long enough for our muscles to just begin to rot. What about you guys? Is there anything interesting in the crew quarters of the infirmary?
Quarters. Oh well, there was a book about a cat.
Oh, incredible Schrodinger's.
Something about a cat in a box, and didn't make any sense to me.
Nobody's ever heard of Schrodinger's cat here before. Doesn't really sound like something that's going to help us get out of here. How about the infirmary? Find anything interesting?
Actually, there was one thing.
What?
I wasn't trying to hide it. The right moment to mention it just never came up.
Oh, convenient. You don't need to apologize, just tell us what you found.
See for yourself.
Oh, the Radical 6.
Let me see that. Radical 6 infection.
Oh, please, no, not again.
Just
What the
wait.
hell? What's Radical 6? Radical 6 continues to spread. Who confirmed that it's really bad and can infect a lot of people?
You mean
We're in quarantine, and that is not good. For the world, if we step outside, we will kill many, many people.
Try.
Oh, wait, what happened while I was skipping dialogue? Look at the soft, lustrous skin, the perfect shapely face. Go ahead and try touching. Okay. Well, I am feeling a little weird.
That could just be from sleeping for a couple of days. Or maybe it's a side effect of that. Besides, if this is where they ship people to quarantine them, don't you think this thing is killing people all over the world?
Right? Maybe there's just a whole lot of them. We're in a small rural town, and that's why there's only a few of us.
Think about it. Zero is forcing us to play this. Why would the government quarantine people and then make them
Pretty brutal.
idiot?
So you're saying there's no connection between our abductions and this virus?
Not.
Well, it's still something we should remember, I suppose. I mean, even if we're safe in here, our friends and families are still out there.
I hope they're all right.
Wait a minute, when did this virus actually show up? I've never heard of it before.
Neither have I.
Me either.
So what day is it if this Radical 6 killed hundreds of thousands of people while we were asleep? Just how long have we been here for? Oh wait, I have a theory. I have a theory.
If we want the truth, we need to find more information.
What if like what if there's more ice pods and all of them were frozen except for Tensemyouji and Quark? They didn't come back. We went forward.
All right then, we should hurry.
No, they would have known as soon as they saw the 28. Would have 2028. The dissonance would have been too strong. I think they would have caught on for sure. They're smart. They're smart. Sorry, tabbing out for a second. I'm back. I don't think they do physical time jumping. That's a good theory. Thank you. I didn't even know that you were still here. But I genuinely think that but the theory has holes because of Alice. What do you mean by that? What makes Alice the problem there? Because she would be the same as like Clover and gang, right? With a matching Clover, it shouldn't be a problem. So assuming Clover and Alice are both iced up, and then Tensemyouji and Quark are the only problems, right?
5 minutes.
You're late. What the hell are you
Just hanging out,
good enough?
talking.
Realize we could die here, right?
Alice is tied to a government
Calm
org.
down there, girl. I made it in time.
Does that... Let me think. I'm trying to think of how it would affect. Maybe because of the contact? Is that what you're trying to say? Like the... Because she was kidnapped too, right? So how would the government org affect the stuff here?
Barely. We've only got 5. You're a yellow.
Like a mere 5 minutes.
Gee, I won.
Son of a.
Come now, Father.
Fair, Dio?
Please,
Fair?
Calm down. Fighting now helps no one.
He's right, you know. The doors have already opened. We need to hurry up and figure out our teams.
Because, like, what I'm thinking is that they got kidnapped and shoved into the ice pods. And then they were just in the ice pods for a super long time until they took them out and then, like, unthawed them in the elevators.
What did I do to deserve this asshole?
Real.
We're almost
How
out of
should we
time.
pair
Just
up?
explain it as fast. Just like before, there are
3 possible combinations. Alice and I would pair up with Luna. Don't care. Alice and I would pair up with Kay. Don't care. Alice and I would pair up with Clover. Okay. That's interesting.
3 minutes.
3 minutes. Alright, so what are we doing?
We'd end up playing against each other in the next AB game. Last time, you betrayed Clover.
Yeah, that's fair.
Am I supposed to know you won't do the same to me? You can't be trusted.
How unfortunate. To be
True.
honest, however, I would rather not.
Yeah? Why's that?
How dare you?
You only have 1 BP left. I very much doubt you'll choose to ally in the next round.
Yeah.
You promised me you would
Gain a
choose to
big
ally.
0.
You see, I wouldn't be able
Oh,
to
0.
choose to betray. If I did, and you were true to your word and ally, I would kill you.
That would make you pretty uncomfortable, so why not just not choose betray? It's that easy.
So there you are. That is why I do not wish to be paired with Tensemyouji. Of course,
I don't
for
want to be the
same reason,
murderer.
I would rather not be paired with Alice.
That's not a problem. Sigma and I will be taking Clover. I trust her more than
Oh, okay, well, I'm fine with that. Alice chooses for me. I get the previous 999 game crew.
I want to go with Alice, too.
Wait a minute, don't I get a say in this?
I would like to go with Sigma or Phi.
Sigma. Welcome
Chose
deceptions.
Ally last time.
Ooh, I like the sound of that. I'm Phi's partner. You should pair up with us. Sound good?
Oh, everybody's kind of like, oh,
I am also
no.
If Alice and Clover pair up, and Luna and Dio pair up, the rest of us don't have a choice.
True.
We'll be stuck with Phi's option C.
I believe I mentioned before that
And I don't want to go with K either.
Just like, go ahead and kill him, okay? Or just don't pick betray. It's that easy. What the hell are we supposed to do?
1 minute.
Vote. Oh, it happens like in the middle of the voting process.
That's it. We're all going to die.
We don't even have the scalpel right now.
Right? No. No. Don't you get it? We aren't gonna die.
We have to.
die here. All of us.
What the hell?
True.
Snap out of it, kid. Oh, come on, Quark, talk to me.
No.
Oh, he's talking. He's talking.
Crazy one.
It's just a little bit cultish and crazy.
So serious about this stupid game. We should just stop.
This is a game to you.
And all of it.
How dare you?
And every.
We need to get him to the infirmary.
Apocalyptic.
No, we don't have time.
30 seconds.
We don't have a choice. Quark's with me. I'll carry him through.
But
Okay.
we still haven't figured out who's.
I can't afford to be picky anymore. Someone just choose. I don't care who.
Sigma, you have
Sigma.
to choose.
Oh, this is like trying to choose a game. Why me?
Just do. We don't have any time left.
9,
9, 8.
7.
I swallowed. Alice and I mean, I kind of just want to go with Clover. I think I've gone with everybody at least once. My intuition says go with Clover, though, because I think that will reap the best reward. Although K, we are getting some K development, so I have no idea if I would prefer to go with Clover or K. I do want to choose, and then I'll wrap it up. But who to choose is the big question here. I'll probably end up doing like all these paths anyway, like next stream anyway. So it's probably not that big of a deal. But I feel like one of these is going to end up being a lot more important than the others. And it's probably K's, to be honest. It probably is K. I think it's trying to give me a hint that I should go with K and see what's up with his like neck thing. Go through... I'm going to go with Clover. I'm going to go with Clover. Alice and I will take Clover and go through the red door.
I cannot allow you to.
God damn it, Kay, we don't have time for this.
Different door, please.
Choose a different door. That's crazy. You stood in front of the red door, solid and immovable, in his metal armor. I didn't think I could force my way past him, and I knew I didn't have the time to try. Shit, there were 2 doors left for me to choose from, but which one? Okay, never mind. I'm not allowed to go with Clover at all. We're gonna go with Kay, I guess, because he's like the most evil now, for sure. Alice K, the blue door.
We should hurry.
We took off toward the door at a run. I glanced back over my shoulder to see the others heading for their respective doors. Fi, Dio, and Clover were headed toward the green door, while Tensemyouji carried Quark toward the red door, followed by Luna. 1. No, do not. You cannot go through the door. Hate that guy. We get the quarantine experience every time we walk through one of these doors. Oh, I guess it's just scanning for the bracelets, huh? Doing some basic math. Oh, it makes so much sense. Where is this even going to take me? How many rooms could there possibly be? Bee Garden Rec Room.
They are all locked.
True.
Is this the dead end?
Oh, the stream is going well? You're going to sleep now? Okay, have a good night.
Does that lever move?
Only one way to find out? True. Open? Oh, they didn't make a big stink about it this time. They just opened the door and then went in.
Well, that was easy enough.
True. No, like, death threats or anything.
Then we are likely meant to go there.
How thoughtful. How do we get the other doors to open?
Why, there do not seem to be any other mechanisms which might cause them to unlock.
I don't think that's really something we should be worrying about right now.
You are correct. There is little to.
Kay's gonna leave us for sure. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna click ally. He's gonna click betray, and it'll be the K ending where he just walks out by himself. Oh, interesting rec room. Huh. This will be a fun one. Who is up for a comfortable joust for the rec room? Look at that. Finally another ending completed. I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you everybody who stopped by. I'm going to read names. I'm gonna wrap things up relatively quickly. Thank you Beef Spogdar. Thank you Jury. Thank you Asoki. Thank you Holland. And thank you Deceptions. I will be back on, what day is today? Today is Monday. I will be back on Wednesday with something undecided. I'm thinking maybe a getting over it because I haven't tried that yet, so that could be fun. We'll see though. We'll see. Friday will also be a one-off. Both of those are going to be one-offs because next week I'm probably not streaming at all. So, you know, it wouldn't make sense to start a new series. Other than that, I don't have anything to add. Thank you everybody who stopped by. Thank you everybody who chatted. Thank you everybody who lurked. I will talk to you all another day. Goodbye.